Welcome to Big Ten Coast to Coast. Today we're going to go over Oregon's offensive skill players. We're going to talk about their new OCs and in DC, just kind of go over an overview of the team. They got Dante Moore coming back, which was big for them, I think. Even though they got Dylan Raiola in the transfer portal, having your starting quarterback come back for a second year, that led you to the playoffs. They made their second leap into the playoffs by getting further than they did last year. So I think that's huge for him. He's going to come, he's losing his OC, but Drew Medringer is coming in. He was the co-OC, so I don't think there's going to be that much of a change in their schemes and philosophy and stuff. So they also lost their defensive coordinator. Chris Hampton comes in. He was the co-DC for them. He was also their safeties coach. So once again, I still don't think there's going to be much transition wise into what they got going on in terms of what the team is building around. I think they're going to keep, doing what they've been doing and things. So all the wide receiver spots for them, I think the way it's looking like Decorian Moore is going to be their wide receiver one. And I think it's without a doubt from what I've heard and things and did my research in. Then you got the Z position. They got Jeremiah McClellan and Evan Stewart who came back. They're going to compete. McClellan took a big, showed flashes last year at the end of the season. Evan Stewart is more talented, but is he going to put it all together? I don't know. It's going to be an interesting battle for them during the spring training and see what happens during the fall before the season starts. Then you got Iverson Hooks who comes in as a slot. What I'm seeing and hearing is he's very similar to Tez Johnson, which was huge for them a couple years ago. So, I mean, he's making waves even for his size, in the NFL. I know he's down in Tampa, so it's, should be interesting to see how that goes. Then running back wise, they got Jordan Davison and Dair Hill Jr. They're both going to be, I think, the big bell cows, but there's a lot of buzz by incoming true freshman Tradarian Bell. He's got a lot of buzz, so it'll be interesting to see if he works his way into a rotation or does he become the number two? Do they have a three-back race? I don't know what they're going to do exactly, but it'll be interesting to see how much of a wave he makes and everything. And, with Dante Moore coming back, I think they're going to be phenomenal. I don't think there's going to be anything that bad, going on. And, even with the OC change on offense, I don't think their offense is going to take really one step. As a Buckeyes fan, I would like it, but I don't see that happening based off of who they've, elevated since he was there previously. If they brought somebody in from the outside, I probably would have thought a little differently in terms of what their offensive scheme would be. But since it's somebody internal, I don't think there's going to be any change. Dante Moore, I think, is going to solidify himself in the top 5 NFL pick conversation. I mean, he was this year with one season. So what's he going to be next year? That 2027 draft class is going to be interesting. See how it all falls after the season. But Dante Moore has every case to make for a Heisman this year. Number 1 pick, I think, is an option for him. Especially if he takes another step from what he did last year, because he was already in those conversations based off of last year alone. So it'll be interesting to see what this offense can do. I think it's still going to be the same Oregon offense, averaging 30-plus points a game. Hard to stop, up-tempo. It's going to be the same thing, just new guys who are taking over, but it's not like Oregon's lacking any talent or anything. So let me know what you guys think, if there's anything that you think I missed. I'm starting this channel out, just trying to cover every Big Ten team. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks.